Okay, well, this is an interesting filter that I thought we'd play with while I'm doing up the stalls here. I was going to do the comb out yesterday, but when I took all of the clips and pins out, she was still a little damp in some areas, so I loosely reset with some hairpins just to keep her yep, okay. That's the thing. I do it all the time. I like to check my set with my face, because my hands a lot of times things will feel clammy. Like this feels kind of clammy, but then I put it on my face and it's dry. So I am combing out from the set that I did from Miss Ingerid's How to Handle Long Hair book from 1954. She used this particular set for 11 different comb out styles. I'm gonna kind of fake it a little bit. I'm not going to run straight to any of the styles that she was doing specifically, but just creating somewhat of a slightly updo style, lots of wave, lots of movement, trying to see if my set pattern will stay where it was or if it will fall apart. So firstly, I'm just checking that I pulled all of the little hairpins out that I used to hold her in place, and then onward to using my Denman brush to begin the comb out. One of the things that she mentions in the book is you just brush the hair. She recommends brushing it until it's straight, completely, like brush it and brush it and brush it, because it's been set, it's not going to fall apart, you're not going to lose the curl, which I find comforting to know that I don't have to worry that my set that I just put in is going to fall apart. However, we still have to go through and create a little curl once we've brushed it all out. So that's an interesting piece, is the fact that, like, she recommends, I'm just seeing, no, you can't really tell that it's got the rainbow in there. That's okay. But that you get, even after brushing and brushing and brushing and brushing, and then brushing some more until it looks like you've brushed all the curl out, then you can come back and start placing the curl where you want it to be. So I'm just going to leave that back there for a minute, so we kind of have this little chignon looking thing. It's not exactly a chignon, but kind of the idea. And I'm going to just see what the sides look like here. Combing them, brushing them, brushing them, brushing them to create, because I'm really excited to see if I got that side wave in, because that's a big thing I've been wanting to practice as of recently, is something that's got like the side wave. And much like one of my other doll heads, this is definitely going to be styled and then left if I need to set it, as I don't have hairspray with me in the house. I don't use it myself. I don't have hairspray with me to be able to set it for a couple days with a few little single prong clips, and then if that's the case, then I'll set it for a couple days and then take the clips off, and then her hair will stay where I put it. We're already starting to get some nice shapes in here, so that's making me happy. I love the wave. They're so I mean, I suppose that's one thing I kind of ruined on myself with putting my shaving off the sides of my head. It's okay though. So we're just combing out, combing and combing and combing some more. We want it smooth, we want it shiny. If I had some brilliantine here, I would put it in. I suppose I could always try and, I'm gonna move this out of the way here real quick. Put some, use my brains, just Vaseline, as that is what brilliantine is. But for now, we're just gonna go how it is and see what we got. So I just want to see what this side is doing, if I'm getting any good shapes coming in, and we're getting something. I think we can make this work. I'm probably gonna have to set and clip and then, you know, take pictures later. And then the top section has a couple parts to it. We have the that was fun. I just want to show you that we had these 3 long stemmed curls, and then we have this front, which is a kind of a fun little wave and curl that I'm excited to work with. So we're just gonna comb everything out, hold my doll head in place, comb everything out, and by comb I mean brush, because that's what I got. And just let it, because this will more than likely be joining the back of the hair once I get to it. And then the little front piece, which is going to make a forward curl, but brushing through first to ensure smoothness and shine, and then we can talk about placement. Oh, that is, oh, I'm already in love with that. That's great. Oh, it's already fallen into place. I'm going to clip this out of the way because that will be the last thing that I put in, is putting this front section in, because I want to start by gathering the back. Because that is, I'm going to move some hair out of the way and try to focus on middle section of the curls. In Miss Ingerid's original publication, it calls for a grip tooth comb, which I also don't have. So we're going to instead bring the hair all together, and then I'm going to twist it up. So just a little twist, twisting back in, and I'm going to take just a few bobby pins and secure the hair. And this doesn't really, just needs enough to, and then just play with the curls a little bit, let them splay out. There we go. Already kind of doing a little fun something. So now we are going to start bringing the side sections of the back are going to come, they're basically going to come across each other. So what I am doing right here, okay, that was the top, is going to encourage. There we go. Grab a pin. That's fun. This is the see what happens stage of hair design. See what happens. Let that go there. Figure out what this back section is doing. See, walls here. Back section. Curl. And I'm going to just secure this underside piece. Pin. I may eventually consider adding a flower, some such. Here we go. See what that does. And then moving on to this other side. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm going to push the hair into a fashion of some variety. So just pinning things down and sticking them where they need to go. Just using some bobby pins. And then in this case I'm manipulating the ends of the hair with my fingers just to give it a little shape, a little something. Put that in. Well, the good news is I probably won't have to well, I don't know, maybe the front will end up needing to rest a little while, because we're not even done yet. Not even done yet. Okay, so now that I have, oh, I love these curls. These curls are lovely. Go. There we go. Moving stuff around. And move. That'll come in a second. Grab a clip, scooch it out of the way. And we're going to take this entire side section to the back so that I can really develop the wave pattern that I was looking for when doing this particular set. So pushing in the wave pattern, and I'm going to use some hairpins for some stability, because and we'll go here. Just keep going with these pins. This is what you would do if you were also going to be hairspraying it, so that you would get the hair in the position that you want. So sometimes if I'm in the shop, I'll actually use long pins just to make the directional moves that I'm looking for. So I'm not mad at that, so we're going to go ahead and throw a few more pins in the opposite direction. Go. There we go. And I'm just going to actually just take and bobby pin this last section. Bobby pin. There we are. There we go. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now we'll move on to the other side. And it will be a similar process over here, which is comb back and then start pinning with hairpins to hold. Oh, I have such pretty doll hair. It's purple. At least that part is. She has a rainbow in here. So, rolling over my hands, rolling over my hands. Not that you could see that. I just wrapped it around my hand. Okay. So now, more hairpins. Actually, let's put them in this way. Put them in this way so I can hold that. Because I really want to hold the ridge in here. That's the biggest part of the design factor that I was really aiming to, I suppose you could call it, you know, like capitalize on it is a good way to describe it. So now, put in the next row of hairpins. Next row of hairpins holding the shape. And this is definitely something that you can do and then hairspray and secure. She is not going to be hairsprayed and secured because I don't have any hairspray at home. So, that. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I'm going to secure this and get the next ridge in. So, I gotta aim a little bit different. So, I apologize if you can't see what exactly it is that I'm up to. Alright, I'm going to just pin this with the hairpin, and then now there's a giant hairpin, and I don't want a giant hairpin, or bobby pin I should say. There we go. Okay, so adjust my pins here, a little more traction, a little more action and direction, a little more work, and then bringing them, there we go, and then I am going to just shove a bobby pin right in here so that I get the curl placed basically where I want it. And then adjust by hand what it's going to be doing. I think that that'll be okay. I'm not opposed to it. I am, however, going to tuck. Tuck this in somehow. There we go. Hairpin. There we go. And I'm just going to use a hairpin in here because I don't necessarily need the strength of a bobby pin, just a hairpin to put it all together. Alright, so far, back's looking pretty good, sides are looking good. Now let's see what we can do with the top. I like this side better than this side, if I'm honest. This side really came in clutch with that wave. I'm very excited about that. So now we have first the first top section, and then we'll do the fringe at the very, very end. So this is going to be a fairly simple thing since we just are coming straight back and then curled around. Oh, I got a tangle. Don't have a tangle. I didn't say you could have a tangle. So, just going to there we go. And once more, hairpins to hold everything in place because I haven't decided how I'm going to secure this, so I'm just going to throw some pins in it to keep it where it needs to live. Because I really like, let's see if I can see it here. This really pretty wave here. Especially because I have all this like fancy color in here, so it shows up really nicely. And then last, but certainly not least, we have the fringe section, which I am super excited for because it was already coming together so beautifully. Okay.
A few mistakes later, he was out of contention to get a world record. He was able to get a personal best of 1906, but there was still a sense of disappointment that he barely missed out on the record.
See if I can get this to go where I want it to go. The life of a creative.
He was about a second ahead of the world record. However, this was a 7-4 Bowser fight.
There we go. And a little bit of a bobby pin. Bobby pin. Then you just use some hairpins to hold the front where I want it while it sets up. Like I said, if I had hairspray, this would be the point where I would hairspray it so that it would stay in this shape. But we're just going to go ahead and set it up with the bobby pins, or not bobby pins, the hairpins, as a there we go. There we go. A little. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, she's beautiful. Okay. I love that. Oh, that's so nice. She's so lovely. A very 1950s wave. We've got this little cute gather in the back. And once we get her all set by letting her rest for another couple days with these pins in her hair, then we will have another beautiful updo on one of my lovely ladies. And I thank you for watching, and we will check in next time for more hair curling and setting adventures.